Hey everybody, Mountain Grandma here. Today's recipe that I'm going to be sharing is for a strawberry shortcake ice cream pie. This tastes just like the one that you buy off the ice cream truck. And this is all for the Pies of March collaboration. Let's go ahead and get started. In this bowl, I have 1 box of strawberry jello. I've got a 1/4 cup of butter chopped up and a 1/2 cup of flour. And what I'm going to be doing is just getting this all mixed together until it is in small crumbles. So I'll do that and I'll be back with you. As you watch me do this, I just want to mention this Pies of March collaboration is hosted by Leanne over at Mennonite Farmhouse. It's a once-a-year collaboration event that I love to watch and participate in. So there's going to be lots of great pie recipes, both sweet and savory. I will include more information in the description box below. All right, can you see how there are just crumbles in there? This is about the texture that you want it. I'm going to set this aside, and next we're going to work on the vanilla crumble. All right, now in this bowl I've got a 1/2 cup of flour, a 1/4 cup of sugar, a 1/4 cup of butter. I'm going to add in a teaspoon of vanilla, and I'm going to go ahead and get this all mixed up, and this will be for our vanilla crumbles. All right, here's those vanilla crumbles. And we need to get these in the oven. All right, I've spread out the strawberry crumbles and the vanilla crumbles on a cookie sheet that's lined with parchment paper. I've got my oven set to 350. I'm gonna set my timer to 8 minutes. All right, I wanted to bring you back over here and show you what this looks like when it comes out of the oven. You can see it crumbles up really easily. So I'm going to get these all crumbled up and kind of mixed together and get these in the refrigerator and cooling. So that's what I'm going to do. They're pretty cooled off right now, but I'm going to continue doing this. Tastes just like strawberry shortcake topping on those ice cream cones from the ice cream truck. Just saying. Super yummy. All right, I'll be back with you. All right, now here I have pureed strawberries. I spared you the boringness of me cutting the strawberries and putting them in the blender, but you're gonna need 2 cups of pureed strawberries. And right here, I have 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. And to this, I'm adding a heavy 1/4 cup of powdered sugar. That's because I had a heavy 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. In other words, I had a little more than a cup, and I just wanted to use it, so I added it to this. But I'm going to add this in here, and I'm going to get this all blended up. As you can see, these are very stiff peaks. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the refrigerator, and we will move on to the next step. All right, in this bowl, I've got a stick of cream cheese. I'm going to get this mixed up well, just kind of to where it's lighter and fluffier. And then I'm going to be adding in a can of the sweetened condensed milk. So let's go ahead and do that. Just a little tip here, if you want to decrease the splattering, I would suggest adding in that sweetened condensed milk little by little and alternating with, mixing it up with the blender like you're seeing me do here. It helps to break up that cream cheese. It just helps it to be smoother. In the long run, you're saving yourself time by doing this. All right, now I'm going to be adding to this. I'm putting in 1 3/4 cups of the pureed strawberries. If you want it to be straight ice cream like cake, you could put in 2 cups. You could put in 1 1/2 if you want it to be even a smoother cake. I'm going to go with like 1 3/4 cups. So let me get that in there, and we'll get this mixed up. All right, now I've pulled my this is the heavy cream that was whipped with the powdered sugar. So I've pulled that out of the refrigerator, and to this, I'm gonna add in the strawberry puree blend that we just did. All right, now we're going to take this and we're going to pour it into our pie crust. I'm using a graham cracker crust, but you could use any kind of sandwich cookie crust or something like that if you wanted to. All right, now we want to get this in the freezer, and we're going to freeze it for about 4 to 5 hours. All right, I've pulled this out of the freezer. It's almost completely frozen, but I have some of this topping on the top, and with clean hands, I'm just going to go ahead and put this all over the pie, and I'm kind of pressing it in as I go. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the freezer for a little bit longer, and I'll be back with you when it's done. When you have extra, you can just keep this in a jar and save it to add more to the pie when you cut the pieces. Or this is wonderful. You could even use this on strawberry muffins. One thing I want to point out with this pie, remember, I used 1 3/4 cups of the strawberry puree. You could use 2 cups. You could use 1.5 cups. But with the 1 3/4 cups, I want you to notice, I am not struggling to cut this pie, right? Like I'm able to cut right into it. If you were to use 2 cups of the strawberry puree, you'd probably want to let the pie sit out for maybe 20 minutes to let it soften up a little bit. But with the 1 3/4 cups, you don't have to at all. And it's still very much like a pie consistency. And that's what I love about it. If you want it to be more of like a cream pie, go with the 1.5 cups of strawberry puree. But you've got some control over that here, which is really fun. This pie looks amazing, smells amazing, tastes amazing. All right, and what kind of hostess would I be if I didn't let you have a bite and a close-up of this pie? Do you see it? Is it amazing? Yes, it is. All right, and here comes your bite. Wait for it. Yum. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you try this pie, and I hope you go check out all the other amazing pies that are in this collaboration. I might even make another pie or two myself. It's one of my favorite things to do. Thanks again, and until I see you all next time, remember everybody, keep your joy, folks.